Ep.280. Tulsa's #1 podcast.
Showtime, baby.
It's Castro X, Eyes Open, dubbed the home of the emotionally naked. A podcast about anything and everything. If you don't like it, with all due respect, fuck you.
Fuck you, nigga. I'm about to lasso Castro the asshole, turn him into mincemeat for a ramen casserole. Beat it to a thick booty bad bitch. She'll fucking kill me if I try to feed her cabbage. Pussy fried catfish. I'ma hit them boys with Mandalorian hat tricks. I ain't never had shit till I turn to rapping. Po rapper to rapper, kappa lambda. I'm on some fried shit, packing on packers damage, stamina stacking damage, acting out like an asses. If you move it against me, it's like molasses. Should've taken some classes. Baby, what is he rapping? If you couldn't hack it, then maybe you should trash it. I'ma serve it like a delivery package. Misery's a habit in the latest fashion. She like to pull up in the fastest, hoopy with the black tip. We get it crackin', she releasing the dragon. Hold up, fire breathing. I am not a heathen. I am just a lion crushing everything he's saying. Heat-seeking missile launcher with a beacon. With all due respect, fuck you for even speaking, ho.
Hey yo, it's your man, King Castro X, coming at y'all live and direct with the With All Due Respect podcast. That was a shitty ass intro. We had planned that. We envisioned it way differently. We was gonna have Lovelace rap his song, you know what I'm saying, from Castro with Love. Thank you for that track, by the way.
No problem, bro.
You know what I'm saying? As I said, I'm King Castro X. Gavin the God in the building. Let him know.
What's up, everybody?
Man, we got our special guest, as y'all already know, man. That whole intro was ass.
It was ass.
Ass and booty. You know what I'm saying? But Lovelace in the building, man. What's good? How you
What's
been?
good? It's your boy. It's the LOV, eminent lord and chancellor of everything, Lovelace the Dragon.
All that satanic shit. He in the building. We doing big things.
Himself.
You know what I mean? We in the new studio. Man, I'm happy to be here. We just moved, relocated. It looks the same to you, but it's very different for us. As you see, we're smoking actual
I'm in the same boat.
cigarettes in here and shit.
I'm in the same boat as them.
You know, for the
this
kids.
is all new.
For the kids.
For the children.
Right.
So the next
We wanna be a
sponsor,
good,
you can get Marlboro to sponsor us or some shit.
I feel like that'd be heavy money, though.
That would be.
It would
No
be, but
doubt.
it would be like 10 cigarettes each podcast.
Make sure you hold it like how they do in
We have a
advertisements.
real studio, no doubt.
Now, is that 10 cigarettes a pop? Like, for me, like 10?
It's an
you
evil
10?
tobacco corporation, so I'd assume it's like we gotta finish a pack.
And within the podcast.
We gotta be like, we gotta do 3
God.
podcasts today. I'm like, I can't.
We over here together like, bro, please take one. Like, just have
Got
one.
nicotine.
Smoke one,
Got
please.
nicotine poisoning.
Have y'all
bro.
seen that episode of King of the Hill where Hank,
Yeah,
Hank
yeah,
Bobby
Bobby
smoked
smoking?
cigarette after cigarette?
You're not doing it right.
I remember. He was like holding it like this or some shit. Oh god. It made him smoke back to back
You're
too.
hotboxing it, Bobby. That's what he's.
So, man, Lace, what the fuck you been up to? Welcome back to the show.
Oh
you know what
shit.
I'm saying?
Damn, when was the last time I've been on this bitch?
So that's the thing. If you've been following the show, you know the fuck out of Lovelace and his presence here. You know all he's done for the show. You know what I'm saying? This table, these chairs, and really the whole push, man, came from, you know what I'm saying, a lot of my brother here's influence, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the King. He really helped me build a lot of this. So he's been in since probably episode 10 or 11.
Yeah,
We did 3 episodes back to back to back in
Jesus.
one night. That's when we were recording every single day.
That was when we was like recording like this.
On the phone.
He would be
his phone right here.
I'd start talking and he'd be like, yeah, just speak up to the phone right here.
Right.
We did. Remember we used to
That
have
was
to
the
pass it
production
around.
value.
You had to sit there.
Now we
like
got
that.
Redbeard Productions in the building. It's a
beautiful,
whole
man.
different
Every
game.
game.
You know what I'm saying? But I know you've been doing a lot of work, man. First off, you just dropped a new album a while back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We haven't got to talk about that much.
Oh yeah, right.
You know
Oh
what I mean?
shit, I was talking about. I think the last time I was on here, I was talking about releasing it, right? Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, yeah, it's out on all streaming platforms each night. As you sleep, I destroy the world. In hindsight, that's a long ass title. I don't know who the fuck would look that up, but I realized it every time people were like, "Oh, do you have any music out?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a project called Each Night As You Sleep, I Destroy the World." Fuck, that's long.
But all they got to type in is
Remember, man.
LVLC.
That's true.
And your shit will be right there.
Yeah, which is rough because I'll be like, my name's Lovelace, and people will type in Lovelace, and I don't pop up. So I just make it real difficult for
Either
people.
way,
You gotta earn that shit.
dude's hiding.
I am honestly. I'm a fan of esoteric shit. So it's like I'm I like being hidden but in plain sight. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which is goofy.
Talk to us a little bit about the album, man, the making of it, all of that good shit that, you know what I'm saying, they want to hear about.
Yeah, shout out to that boy Conroy, man. Probably one of the coldest out here in Tulsa as far as engineering goes.
He does
He
Kick
did music.
shit.
Yeah,
Kicked Hopeless shit, right? He did that shit.
he did. He works with Gengar. Him and the neighbors used to be doing music together. I
Right.
wish they would again, but shit's complicated, you know.
So complicated.
But man, that whole inception of the project was wild. I was going through a tempestuous time in my life, which is pretty much always. It kind of varies, you know what I mean? But this time, I was able to express it. The first song on the track is called Pain Feedback Loop, and I actually wrote that in Castro's apartment.
True indeed.
Hopped up on Molly. It was wild. I didn't even sleep. Like, he woke up the next day, and I was just like, bro, you trying to hear this, bro? And he's like, what the fuck, dude? No, not right now. Give me a sec. You know. But that was essentially what set the tone for the rest of the project, which was honestly putting me in a place of like reflecting on my past, everything that I've been trying to run away from for like the longest time, via drugs, partying and whatnot, even getting involved in like really shitty stuff as a youth. But as I'm getting older, there are things that I want to do, but really heavy traumas that are just ingrained into my body at this point are like keep me from, you know, actually pushing forward. And not to use it as an excuse, but it's like when I feel it, I know I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, I feel like I shouldn't be feeling this, but I do. So it was like, at some point, there's a level of artistry that I want to reach, that I'm reaching now. And all these habits, all these old habits and traumas are like knocking on my fucking door day after day. Like, I'm standing amongst legends. You know, I'm standing amongst great people, creators, builders, who are doing great things. I'm watching it, and they fuck with me, but for some reason I still feel like I don't fit. You know what I mean? It's the strangest thing. Even though I'm doing the work, I still feel like I don't belong. And it's this. I said it in the first Cypher video. What's this commotion, imposter syndrome, throwing off my equilibrium? You know what I mean? Like, I'm constantly dealing with this feeling of like I don't belong, I'm not good enough, ever. And I feel like that's one of the things that makes me write so hard, is that I'm like, I gotta be better,
You feel like it's something to prove?
To myself, and honestly to just everything.
I mean,
It's just an artist thing.
Yeah.
I can completely relate to that, man, with all that you know what I'm saying, I got going on, all that I'm building, man. We building in some of the same circles, and when I look to my left and I look to my right, shit, even with you two, you know what I'm saying? Kevin, you know what I mean? I constantly am wondering, like, why the fuck are these people fucking with me? Why are they building with me? Why is this shit working? It doesn't make sense. But Soul Body Meta, you brought up the ciphers, man. Shout out to the God. He always puts it
for real.
He always puts it into perspective for me, because you know we get to have our little conversations, and I'm always asking him, just like, bro, I can't believe this shit's happening. He always says, this is what's supposed to happen.
This is it.
This is what was supposed to happen.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
Shit,
That's the Soul Body.
just last night,
like
bro,
that.
we had a meeting to prepare for the Cypher tonight, and they had mentioned, like, you know, we're going to be in front of a lot of people's faces, to the point where, like, people are going to look up to us. Kids are going to look up to us. And I just threw, like, some bullshit comment off to the side, like, man, I hope nobody look up to me. And in the middle of the meeting, Hector, the camera guy, stops and he goes, hold on. It ain't about your past, bro. It ain't about where you came from. You're here now. Look at where you're at now. And he's like, whenever you forget and you have that feeling that, like, you know, because of your past, you're not worth it, or you shouldn't be here, but you're here. So, like, just holding on to that, and just the fact of being around that, like,
Right.
I felt like, not embarrassed, but I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, the homies is checking me and in a
That's
great
where
way.
you know
Like,
that
it's
you in the
amazing,
circle that
bro.
you need to be, man. When they're willing to call you out on that, yo, remember who the fuck you is. Remember
Right.
what you doing. Remember why you here. You the GOAT now. You know what I'm saying? You the king for this shit.
Right.
So
It's beautiful, man.
it's blessed, brother. You know what I'm saying? I can relate to that due to the fact, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm in the same circle with,
You
but
gotta
like,
keep good people around you, man.
Facts.
It's
It's
so
very
fucking
important.
You don't need some bullshit people dragging you down, being like, you are a piece of shit.
Right.
This is the last thing you need to hear.
or just pushing you to negativity. I know that's something that we've all been through, you know what I'm saying? Having them friends that are constantly trying to, you know what I mean, open up that door for you.
Yeah.
Let's go do
Once
this.
you leave too, man, they won't
Right.
stop trying to come back.
Right.
As
Jesus.
soon as they see you doing good.
What they say, misery loves company and all that good shit.
Hell yeah.
Fucking
You know what I'm
preach.
saying? So, I don't know. I feel that's, I don't know who the fuck said it, but they said, you know what I'm saying? I hang around doctors and scientists, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. It's, I forgot who the fuck said that shit, though. But just, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers that think constantly, that's what they were saying. They don't
Yeah.
truly hang around. They hang around motherfuckers that study that.
Study and think.
You know what I'm saying? But,
That's
People that
beautiful.
stimulate you.
Yeah.
And, you know, on what you were saying, that not fitting in thing, it can be good. When you start fitting in too much, you stop standing out.
Yeah.
And you stand out, and that's why I dig your shit.
I appreciate it.
It's not.
wasn't you
like
bumping his
everything
album the other day?
else. Yes,
I
it
saw you
was.
post that
Yeah,
shit.
he did. I was like, that's love, bro. He was like, I don't know about y'all. Y'all need to check this shit out. Y'all missing out. I was like, yeah. And it was a good song, Revelation of Enoch. That's a banger.
That's my favorite joint on the album.
Everyone loves
You know what
that
I'm
one.
saying?
It's wild because a lot of people sort of gravitate towards the ones that I didn't expect. Like in my head, I was like commercially thinking, I was like, oh, Lawless or Black Velvet. But
Right.
like Revelation of Enoch, I wrote that out of just pure bitterness and hatred. You know what I mean? Like just shit that I felt about the world, about the people around me. Not currently, but
Hates us.
you know, the past, you know, like addressing issues, addressing feelings that I felt for like a really long time, but was always constantly like, nah, I don't feel like that. No, I'm full of love. My name is Lovelace. That's why I have that name. I'm all about love. But it's like, on the flip side, deep down, there's this raging darkness that's just wretched and wicked and vile. And it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's just this abomination that was born out of the abyss, which I call the dragon. You know what I mean? And so I was telling,
that's what that's about.
Yeah, I was telling Soul Body, I was like, the name, the moniker itself, Lovelace, is the highest principle that I'm striving for. It's love is the key, lace is the way. So the love that I'm wanting to tap into is this cosmic universal love that I'm connected to everything, the lace. So by connecting with that love with myself, you know what I mean, I'm starting to find the connections between inside of me, between me and other people, between me and the rest of the world. Like, that's a principle that I'm striving for, that I'm hoping to embody. But on the flip side, you have the dragon, which was this creature that was born out of necessity, out of survival. You know what I mean? Like this thing that was developed simply to get me through all of my tough times growing up. But I never knew, I've always identified with it in the past. But once I decided, like, that's not who I am, that's not who I want to be, I was like, whatever, that's not me. I'm not bitter. I'm not hateful. But it was like the more I tried to love and the more I tried to embody that, and the more I ignored the shadow was like, I mean, it's Jungian, you know what I mean? It's,
Dr. Jekyll.
you know what I
Mr.
mean?
Hyde.
Yeah, it's like the more I tried to love, the more the hate boiled. You know what I
Dragon
mean?
is an embodiment of everything you don't like about yourself, your insecurities, and your,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, the amount of
but also a defense mechanism.
a defense mechanism, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's this,
You need it, but you
yeah,
resent it.
yeah, you know, it's a wild thing. So it's like, me using this art, that project is actually the first, I call it the Saga. It's actually the first in a 3-part series where I'm exploring and attempting to merge the two to essentially just be me. You know what I mean?
And that's what I was gonna ask you, man. You know, in regards to that side of you, it seems now it's something more that you're trying to just become one with to a
One
degree.
with,
You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to push it to the side and get rid of it completely. You know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, definitely. Honestly, that's why I agreed to what we talked about. You know what I mean? It's like I really want to.
You talking about that special thing?
Yeah.
We can talk about it if you want. Whenever.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
This is a good place to announce some
Yeah,
shit.
I guess, right?
You know what I mean?
I just feel like once I say that, everybody's gonna be like, "Word, yeah," and I'm like, "Oh, you pieces of shit." But
No, I
that
think
comes with the sport. You
Right.
know what I mean?
I think me and Burns may have already dropped.
Burns, I feel
some
like,
shit
yeah, Burns is already on that
about it.
shit. Same thing with Aaron. Aaron was actually on my shit. I was telling Hector last night. Aaron's been on my shit since he met me, bro. Like,
So, little do y'all know, you know what I'm saying? What we talking about right now is, go ahead and drop it.
oh, so I've decided that I'm gonna attempt battle rap.
Yeah, Lovelace stepping into the ring
Into the
against
ring.
Rage, April 16th. You know what I'm saying? But little do y'all know, in the making of the league, again, Lovelace had a hand in that. I don't even know if he know that. But Lovelace and Aaron Sawyer, you know what I'm saying? It was me, J-Rob, Lovelace, Aaron Sawyer. You know what I'm saying? And Aaron Sawyer just wanted a battle, and the only motherfucker that he saw fit
Was
in
me,
all
yeah.
over the, you know what I'm saying, Tulsa was Lovelace. So me and J-Rob got together being the builders that we are, you know what I'm saying? It was like, we about to make a motherfucking battle league, and we setting that shit up. There was obviously choices, you know what I'm saying, that we didn't agree on, me and J-Rob. It's all positivity when I'm saying this. We didn't see eye to eye. He liked the freestyle side of things over the beats and shit. I'm like, fuck that, cats can't
Nah,
freestyle.
nah.
I don't have enough faith in anybody to do that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Burns. You could do it.
Except for that man.
Always.
Come on,
I know he can body and freestyle, but you know what I'm saying? I like the more written side of things. But anyway, that was supposed to be the original battle. And now that's a possibility. We might get Lovelace versus Aaron Sawyer coming soon. You know what I'm saying? So
Shout out to Aaron for being a cocky little shit.
he's a motherfucker, bro.
But
It's
here's
funny.
the thing.
No, he's
It's
just
funny.
confident. You can't shake his
Facts.
confidence. It's
Just facts, because the very first time I met him was actually at J. Roz, and we were recording Conjunction, 111, the Conjunction project.
Shout out to that
Shout
track.
out to that project. Check it out if
Sure
you
did.
haven't. By Wife Here. I hopped on the track and I was saying something. I said something about rap about being the best or number one or the greatest. You know, the typical braggadocious shit.
Right.
And he goes, "Oh man, I like that. You know, like, so like, you believe that?" I was like, "I'm the greatest. I believe that." And he goes, "Oh, so like, but you also recognize other people, right?" And I was like, "Nah, it's just me, homie." And he goes, "Oh, okay."
that's probably where
Okay.
it sparked.
It did, because he goes,
He's like,
he goes,
"Word?"
"Me too." And I was like, yeah, and I was like, he goes, "Me too," and I was like, nah, nah, you can't touch me. But ever since then, like, he and I, that's where we get along. Like, his work ethic, his passion for the pen, bro,
I
is
really feel
unmatched,
like-
man. Like,
I really feel like that battle's gonna be, and you don't know what I'm talking about. Shout out Red Bear, he learned in the battle community. I feel like he's become more so immersed in it. Gavin still don't give a fuck. He thinks it's pro wrestling.
He's like,
he's like, this ain't me, bro. I just want to listen to music.
At least I'm honest.
That's gonna be our King Los versus Daylight.
oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
When we finally get to that
yeah.
level, that's gonna, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be that. That's gonna be that.
That was a
battle.
cold battle too.
It
Sea
will.
King. Everybody's like, oh yeah, man, that was wild. That
That's
was
what
a
I'm
good-ass
saying.
battle.
I know y'all both just gonna come mad lyrical.
He even hit me up too, like after we kind of solidified everything. He goes, "Hey man, I heard that you're hopping in the ring," and I was like, "Fuck." And he goes,
Who told him? Who leaked that?
"I don't fucking know. Aaron just knows. I feel like he just fucking knows when I move, how I move, for some fucking."
Was it
reason."
after y'all came over to study tape?
No, it was way before that. It was probably like a couple
Did
days.
he know, or was he talking shit trying to pull you in?
Nah, he.
Because
he
really
knew.
what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to remember if I leaked the information. But right after I got off the phone, Lovely, hey bro, don't tell nobody you battling.
Yeah, because he legit reached out and he was like, "Hey, I heard on the street that." Same thing with Burns. Burns gave me a call. He was like, "Word on the street is." I said, "God damn, bro."
I leaked the fuck out of sleep. That's the only way. Because I was
Yeah,
only one
but
to
to
do-
Burns it made sense, and to
Because
Aaron, it
Burns
made
and Body,
sense.
they're my partners.
They're
You know
in
what I'm
there,
saying?
so
In this
it's
shit.
like it makes sense. So with Aaron, bro, like he even like we were working together at some point at a job, and this man, like while we're working together, this man's like, "You want to hear the bars I got for you?" And I was like, "This man already has bars for me. Like we're not even in. There's no rap league. What are you doing?"
What was the time period of this though? I need to know the growth in Aaron. Because they have the potential of being.
This was definitely last year. Probably
Okay.
like half.
So this was before the league.
Yeah.
Okay.
This was last year, like sometime
Because
in
now
the
he
summer.
kind of scary.
Yeah.
Aaron saw you get into that.
That's
level.
why I'm saying. That's why I was like, as soon as I saw his, because I watch his battles, and
Wait till you hear the shit he said for Ben Billy.
Jesus,
It was
I think I
nasty.
have.
It's probably my favorite verse thus far.
He has a
Red
tendency
Beard.
to reach out to me and be like, check these out.
Okay.
Simply because we do that
This
often.
how I kill Billy.
Yeah, bro. He's
You know what I'm
cold,
saying?
Man.
This shit was nice.
Watching from his first battle and watching him develop every single battle, that's kind of what also brought me to the point where I was like,
I'm so happy
oh
you
shit.
involved now, though, bro.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, like this kid has the potential to fuck me up. And I was like, nah. So that was one of the reasons why I agree, because I was like, I'm watching how it's actually developing his pen work.
Right.
You know, and so to me it was like, I know I can write, but I'm reaching this place where I'm like,
Is
I'll
it like
write
a
and
place
I'm
of
like,
stagnancy?
yeah, like I'll write and I'm like, man, it sounds like the last shit I wrote. Or I write, no, it sounds like something else. You know what I mean? So it's like I want to, yeah. So it's like battle rap was already an uncomfortable idea for me anyway. But after I put out the project, and as the project
See how excited I
sat,
am right now talking about this.
after I put out the project and I let it sit, because the project itself was a personal project for me, like as like a starting to look at myself internally and start to integrate the qualities that I've wanted.
You talking about each night?
Yeah. You know, after that, that's when things started to take off as far as like my own art and how I started writing, right? And so at some point it was like, well, I definitely want to rap and make music according to how my spirit moves. So that's the Lovelace aspect. But the dragon needs to breathe. And so it was like, because I would love to make music, but I don't want all of my music to be just murder, kill, I'm angry, I'm hating.
I
You know
like
what I mean?
that there's gotta be a space for you to air that out.
Air that out.
And you chose battle rap to be that
It
avenue.
has to be, bro.
You know what I'm
'cause,
saying?
like, if not, it's gonna make its way into my music, and my music, I want to evolve past the anger and hatred, because that's not what I want to use my music for. I mean, as an expression, yeah, it's cool, but it's like if I can have a separate space where I can express that aggression and hatred and anger, by all means, you know. So that was what changed, because I remember you called me that day and was like, what changed?
Because
It was just the realization that
we've had our talks. When I first started this shit, you know what I'm saying, looking for battlers and
yeah,
shit.
you were like, what's up? I was like,
Because
God.
bear in mind when I first started, like I knew no battlers, and motherfuckers was giving me the short end. Like, nah, if you want me to battle, it's gonna be this much. And I'm like, literally, this is my first card. I got nothing. You know what I'm saying? So who do I go to? The dopest MC. If y'all don't know, Lovelace, my favorite rapper in the city. You know what I'm saying?
Lovelace,
Shout out
you know what it
JDB the
is.
realest. You know what I mean? But this my guy. You know what I'm saying? So who do I go to? But the dopest pen in the city. You know what I mean? So, and then he's like, nah, bro, that ain't for me.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, at the time, because I move, a lot of people, I won't say a lot of people because I don't know what people think, but I would assume that if people were watching me, they'd be like, man, he really just contradicts a lot of the things that he says. But really, in my perspective, it's more of like I move with the timing. So it's like, at the time when I said no, I felt wholeheartedly like there wasn't without a
You've
doubt.
grown, though.
I
You've
was,
evolved.
I was
You've
like,
changed.
nah, that's not for me right now. Like that's why every time they'd be like J-Rob would ask me, are you ever gonna battle rap? I was like, not right now. But all of a sudden, shit, I just had revelations after revelation after like within the last month, and it was like, this is something I gotta do. You know what I mean? And if who knows, I might go in there, do a couple rounds, and flop like a motherfucker, and be like, okay, you know what I mean? And it just ain't for me.
See,
Yeah.
that's my thing. I'm not you, so I can't speak for you, but the Lovelace I know, I really feel like that's not gonna be the case. I feel like if you catch an L, you gonna go, oh no, this motherfucker can't pen
hard as
better than
fuck.
me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm about to kill him.
That's my thing too. Is like it's a craft that I take seriously. So especially like for me, like for example, like the cipher, right? I've heard like a lot of people be like, man, I haven't even memorized my verses. I memorized my verses a month ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I practice every single fucking day. Every single fucking day. I hop in the car. It's the first thing I do. I'm at my job out loud in a giant warehouse where it's echoing, and I'm like, you know, bitch, I'm a big cat rolling with the, you know, like I'm constantly rapping nonstop. Every time I pull up to your house, I'm rapping.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
This
So
is true. In the car,
I'm like,
looking like
Well, I'm
I ain't
sitting
even gonna
there
make that joke.
out on the balcony.
yeah, you know,
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
like, it's something that I take very seriously. So to me, it's like, even if I did take an L, I'd be like, why did I take an L, and how could I not do that again? How could I do better?
That's what I'm saying. I really
You know
feel
what I
like
mean?
it's gonna sharpen you
I
even
think
more so.
It already has, to
Right.
be honest. Like, I'm already rapping differently, writing differently. Normally, I write extremely esoterically. Like, I'll, you know...
A lot of your shit's coded.
A lot of my shit's coded. And what's wild is that that's very similar to how I experience my emotions and my thoughts. When my thoughts and emotions come up, they don't come out as, oh, this is how I feel, or this is what I'm thinking. It goes in analogies. It's like, oh, this is like that one show that you watched in that certain episode that made you feel this kind of way. Don't you relate to that? And so that's where the references come from. So I'll say shit like,
You see why I like talking to this motherfucker?
you know,
Yeah.
so it's like now
called
it's getting to a point where, like, when I'm writing, I can actually say some shit. Like, I have in this cipher verse, I could drop it because no one's gonna see this, but I say this, that cul-de-sac blues, trailer park full of them fumes, running with holes in my shoes, chugging a 40, chewing a wood tip, looking for something to do. I couldn't see out my eyes for many a nights, it really affected my view. I couldn't walk in a building without me thinking I'll kill everyone in this room, you know? And there was a time in my life where I was actually doing that. And for a really long time while I was writing, I couldn't even write about the stuff that I've been through or am doing. It's always been like, you know, long live the empire built in the devil and God's images.
So,
weird
to
shit,
a degree,
you know, which is my own style. I love it.
I went through something similar to this a little bit, man. It's, you know what I'm saying? Similar.
Sorry, I can't hear. Or so.
Or so. That's a Jesse shot right there. JDB the realest. You know what I'm saying? To where y'all motherfuckers smoking that weed in this fucking room. Got me chilling. Boy,
Stay smoking.
boy.
I'm sitting here like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm in this.
A hot box in the studio.
you're hotboxing it, Bobby.
What I'm talking about. Where are you? So back to, hold on. Fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To a degree, you know what I'm saying? You have the ability now to write in first person versus a lot of the times I went through that same thing for a long time. So,
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
So you get it.
Yeah,
you know what
true
I mean?
indeed. To where you're the reporter.
We're the reporter. That's
And
what
that's what we rap
That's
on.
what I've been wanting
You know
to
what I
do is like actually be able to like
Put your experience
put
in.
my experience in it, but it was like I was so disconnected from like a lot of the shit within me that my art was only
Talk your
like
shit.
expressing itself in like literary devices like allegory. I'm a big fan of allegory, you know what I mean, of symbolism. So it's like the stuff that I read every day and the stuff that I ingest every day, that's what ends up making it. You know what I mean? Weird shit. Luciferian mistresses, nude and dude timidness, blue tinted Peruvian shoes, winged tips. What the fuck does that
I
mean?
don't know, bro. You be out.
But in my head, right, it's Luciferian mistresses, so a countercultural woman, elegant, and due timidness, so she's shy, but she's naked, you know, she's got a ribbon around her, and she just has an air of elegance and regality to her, you know, and due timidness, blue tinted Peruvian shoes, winged tips. I've never seen Peruvian shoes, but they're exotic as fuck. So I just imagine her wearing these crazy ass blue hued heels. You know what I mean? That's the image I see in my head.
You shouldn't. I think it loses something when you break it down. I love
Right?
the abstraction
of it, right?
Because then every time you go back and listen to it, it can mean whatever you're feeling at the moment. You
And that's
reinterpret it.
exactly, and that's how I've always written it, and like that's why I've always had a respect for other MCs who can actually tell their story, who can actually be like, this is the type of shit that we've been through. I watched this shit with my own eyes.
Who
know?
to you is the best storyteller of all time? You could do a top 5 if that makes it easier for you. But who to you is the best storyteller?
That's a good ass question. Me personally,
In the hip hop medium specifically?
Correct.
I'd probably
You can pick
say,
something else if you want though.
Just curious
Um,
if that was a constraint to the question or not.
I'd probably say Kendrick Lamar, but I'm biased.
Kendrick cold as fuck as a storyteller.
Simply because he's able to like mix the same way that I've wanted to, is like mix his own esoteric meanings that he's accumulated over his time and his experiences, and mix it with his own experiences. So he's able to blend these two worlds together, his inner world and the outer world. And that's what I've always wanted, but it's always been coded.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm battle rap and writing for the Cypher is now putting me in a place where all I have to do is write.
Let me talk to you about that, man. Stepping into the circle, because it's something I've definitely noticed as an MC. Stepping into the circle of the ciphers, shit, even being surrounded by these level of pins in the battle rap community. You know what I mean? Have made me, shout out to Soul Body again, really have to step up my pen to step into that lion's den.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, if you will. Fucking with all, because we got the best to me in them ciphers, bro. Like,
is cold, bro.
you know what I'm saying? What has that done for your pen, being surrounded by cats like Soul Body Burns, you know what I'm saying, everybody else?
It's it's definitely brought a lot of attention to my skill. Like I battle with this feeling that I'm not good enough. So, but I'm learning to internalize, and like, even for some reason, like I look around and people are like, dude, you're cold, like day after day. But for some reason I'm like, nah, man, that's weird. Like I don't.
That's why we create.
You know what I mean? So it's like the strangest shit. Like I don't believe that. But for some reason now it's like, no, like everywhere you look, this is like a real thing. So like, what reason does everyone have to lie to you? You know, and so it's like now I'm starting to actually believe myself now, you know what I mean? Not just based off of everyone else's opinion, but actually being like, well, look at the results. You know what I mean? Like, what else could it be? As far as the pen goes, I'm really experimenting. I'm doing a lot of dumb shit. Like, I'm willing to actually risk it for the biscuit this time, you know?
You know, I was gonna say, stepping into the ring, you hit it on the head. I mean, if you're your biggest critic, it's really more you versus you than anything, is from what I've gathered. I mean, I'm new at it, but I'm a quick learner, and the biggest thing isn't getting punched by the other dude. It's slipping up on your own shit.
Your own spirit,
and
yeah.
So when you come in there and you can just prepare it, or you can do it off the top or whatever, it sounds like you're ready for it to me.
Yeah. Well, what's wild too is that,
think
like,
you got anything sweating.
Yeah, like what's wild is that I feel like that like when I'm not there, right? And like if I'm rewatching it, I'll be like, oh, that's cold. But like when I step on the stage or when I step into the circle, it's different. Like I'm God. That's how I feel. I'm God. This is my world.
Man, I'm ready for you to talk.
That's how I feel. Like that's why I'm like with battle rap. I'm like it's different because I've been in front of people for years. I've performed in front of people for years. I performed in front of thousands of people. I performed in front of 2 people. I performed in front of myself. So I've done it forever. So to me, like being in front of people was never really a thing, especially when I'm doing something that I'm passionate about. You know what I mean? And then the things that I'm talking about are things that I believe, I feel conviction about, you know?
Right.
That shit to me is, I feel like, is pushing me to go even harder, as well as the technical skills, right? I've already been practicing my breathing, and I do breathing exercises to make sure that like I'm crispy with it. You know what I mean? But now I'm getting to the point where like, I made this analogy to somebody. It was like, you know, when Goku first tapped into Super Saiyan 3, right? He could only hold it for a few seconds. So what did he have to do? He could only hold it for a few seconds because the energy output was so intense, his physical body couldn't take it. So what did he have to do? He had to go into the chamber and actually train to get his body to hold that much energy for longer. The longest he could hold it for was like 2-3 minutes.
It was like a form of conditioning.
Yeah, and so like now, doing the ciphers and even coming into battle rap, well, the cipher is, well, performing one was what got me there, but then I kind of plateaued. Then going to the cipher was different because now I don't have a mic to amplify my shit, so now I gotta push my, and I'm moving differently, you know what I mean? So it's like I had to tighten it up even more, and so now it's like I'm reaching different levels of the pen, because now my physical body is pushing even harder. I'm extending my Super Saiyan 3 mode from a few seconds to 3 minutes now. You know what I mean? So it's like, back then, I'd probably only be able to rap a certain type of cadence and not be able to transition fast enough because I couldn't handle the breathing, that pause. But now, I literally caught it like the other day where I was like, holy shit, like I'm literally just yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it was just like, that's crazy. Like before I was having so much trouble just being able to control the projection and actually control the breathing properly, that it's changed the way I speak. You know what I mean? Like it's wild as fuck. Like it's a beautiful thing. It's
No, that breathing shit is crucial, man. That's one thing Birds is constantly talking to me about. You know what I mean? One thing he said to me, because I currently rap over my vocals, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a thing that is frowned upon in the hip hop community. If you really rap and you ain't rapping over your vocals, shout out Riff Raff. You know what I'm saying? I know you love that motherfucker.
I love Riff.
Shout out King Castro X. Stop rapping on your vocals, motherfucker. I'm gonna watch this back and be on my own ass. He's like, and I tell him all the time, it's because I run out of breath, Birds. I run out of breath. I'm fat. He's like, why are you writing shit that you can't rap? Why you can't rap that? That's not you. Why are you writing shit that you can't breathe on?
That's the wood right there.
You need to write your breaths into your shit. You're not there yet, King. You're not there yet.
And the more you do it,
shout out Burns for keeping it a
that's
bill
real
5,000.
though, because that's why when I first started writing my songs, my style was slower. You know what I mean? Tired of writing hooks, I just want to rap. If I wanted hooks, I'd go catch a bass. Summer madness ending, you know, it was because I knew I was going to be performing, but I didn't want to just perform. I want to perform at a higher level, because that's when I watch live performances from really big artists. Beyonce, for example, or even fucking Lizzo. Lizzo is incredible, right?
That's the what?
Truth Hurts.
That shit
she
slap.
cold, bro.
That song hard.
But like their performance skills, right? Like Beyonce, that Jesus fuck, bro. Like she can throw her ass around 24/7. Like just
I want a
like,
visual of Beyonce's ass.
just
here.
like I mean, bro, she throws it, and in the middle of throwing her whole body around, she can project clearly
That's work.
and crispy.
That's a skill.
It's not like she's not winded. It is scary, and that to me is like high level performance. That's what makes the A-listers stand like the other people pale in comparison to these people who are stars.
How to hold a lot more air than most people think you can right now.
Yeah.
Make this sound
said, "Hold my
as you're
dick."
breathing in. You're gonna say O-A-E as you're breathing in, and that'll fill your lungs from the base, the middle, and the top.
Y'all can't see Redbeard back here. That's what he looked like.
This is beautiful.
Yeah. You do it now too.
I'm good. I do my own breathing shit.
You can meditate on that shit.
Yeah.
Right?
That's crazy. I get
Trumpet player.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I was a band geek too. I played baritone. That's crazy. That's wild as shit. Yeah.
Man, I think kind of what, you know what I'm saying, led me to write the way I'm writing currently, the songs I'm performing with the energy.
Yeah,
I got-
that's on camera.
Look at you.
You know what I'm saying, with the energy I
With a
got.
cigarette lighting on fire. Shit.
It's like now it's a
So-
party.
We still in here, we still good. We're good. I think what led me, brother, is because, you know what I'm saying, I knew I had to come intense. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, I watched y'all motherfuckers. Is the lighting the same? Are we good?
Yeah, I'm checking it right now. We're good.
All right, we just gonna keep talking. We can leave that in there.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's because, like I said, I watched y'all motherfuckers. So when I get on stage,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, I gotta be just in the bag, no matter what, just mad aggressive with it, going as hard as I can at all times, which causes me to rap
That takes you
with
to
a lot.
yeah.
So,
That takes a
but
toll
shout out
on
to
you,
Birds.
though.
I'm
Yeah.
probably about to start writing differently.
I'm telling
Like with
you,
this
bro.
Cypher verse, I got my shit a little, you know what I mean, I'm pacing a bit more because I
Yeah.
know I gotta do my thing. But, you know what I mean, shout out to y'all, man, for making me go hard. When I say y'all, that's you. You know what I mean? Gengar, other motherfuckers, man. Y'all really set the motherfucking bar. You know what I mean?
Etc.
For me, when it comes to performance here in this city, you know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
I want to ask you, man. You brought up Aaron Sawyer earlier. And you also watched our latest battle drop. You know what I mean? Which was
Sub-Z and Yazoo.
Sub-Z versus Yazoo.
Right.
April 16th, that same card you on. It's going to be Sub-Z versus
That's
Aaron
what
Sawyer.
I heard, yeah.
What you think? What you predicting? Talk your real shit.
Okay.
Don't sugarcoat nothing.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie. Because me and Hector had the same conversation. I was like, I told him, I was like, I mean, be careful. You know what I mean? Because the boy cold with it. But but Hector's already like, man, he's never really, how do I put it? He's not, his style isn't really accustomed to like the jokey joke type shit.
Right.
You know, where, you know, you look like the type of motherfucker who wears a jacket in a Target while your mom is hooked on crack in an alley or some shit like that, you know?
You look like the type of dude to wear shorts in what was it, in the winter time.
You look like yeah, is that what it was? Wear a hoodie when it's warm as fuck. Shout out Aaron saw you.
I knew what he was referencing.
That's funny as fuck, Jesus. But yeah, like, honestly, I don't know, because if this was Sub's debut, there's he's got a lot.
This was his debut.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential for him to go.
He grew
through.
up watching this battle rap.
Yeah, that's why I was like, he had a natural pen for it. As far as performance goes, I mean, obviously Aaron's, you know what I mean, but performance will always fall flat. Jesus.
So you said Aaron saw you because I got to make a battle rap. I'm gonna talk to you as I do in the league. So what you basically saying, technically, is Aaron saw you shits on Sub-Z in regards to performance.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Shit.
I'm painting narratives here. That's
Okay,
exactly what's going
yeah,
on.
but-
so we can set that up later. You
Oh,
know what
shit.
I mean?
oh shit, did I just
Then
snitch?
again, I mean, can you? Anybody in the league, you could say that about. I mean, as far as performance goes, I think Aaron's pretty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think
dancing around.
he's
out there,
different,
man.
yeah.
That's what
But
I'm
he's
saying.
high energy, like he's always
As-
been like that.
As league owner, yes, bro, on stage
That's
and
his
everything,
top
you know.
stat.
Yeah.
He's maxed out
Facts.
performance.
That's what I'm saying.
100%.
But yeah, but as far as like his other attributes, I think like Sub's schemes, bro.
He punches
his
like
punches are
crazy.
wild. Bro, what did he say? He says, "Oh, you said you the Black Panther. That's got me a little frightened. Well, I'll pick up the can, sir, and bah, you can die like him." I said,
was
"Bitch."
crazy.
I was like, "You dirty fuck. You dirty fuck."
It was nasty, yo. I had heard that round for, you know what I'm saying, the month prepping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Oh
just-
yeah.
We had me and Joe, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my queen,
I can see
man.
you in the back too, proud. Just you were like,
That's my brother. You know.
Yeah.
You know the personal
You were like,
relationship. You know what I'm saying?
When he makes that face like he smells something. funky.
Yeah,
That's
he's
when
like,
I know you rapping. If you don't get the scrunch face when you rapping, I don't really fuck with. I'm just like.
That's how you know it's cold.
yeah,
I'm just like, this
Joe
is
gets
cool.
into it too. It's fun to see her back behind him. Like,
yeah.
That's why I love having every battle. She's gonna be either right here, because you know what I'm saying. That's the goddess. Got to put her on that platform. You know what I'm saying? But Sub-Z cold. That's
He
all I'm
cold, bro. That's what I literally.
I feel like we should make a point to say to people kept calling him Sub-Zero. His name is Sub-Z.
It's Sub-Z.
Right.
It used to be Sub-Zero. Then he got into copyright shit and was
Right.
like, oh, I'm gonna get fucked for this. So that's how he became Sub-Z. No line in the middle, just Sub-Z. You know what I'm saying?
That's smart.
So shout out to the king. You know what I mean?
In the battle video, I noticed sometimes we said Sub-Z, sometimes like Burns called him Sub-Zero.
Yeah, he just Sub-Z. He not Sub-Zero. It is based off of Sub-Zero, the Mortal Kombat character, but he's Sub-Z.
To give him.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He that's what I'm saying. You know the personal relationship that was there though. So
Right.
when I got to hear him spit that, he came down from Dallas.
Right.
You know what I mean? The night before, and you know what I'm saying. We had that motherfucker spitting his rounds over the phone for us again and again.
That's dedication.
Throughout the battle, like you know what I'm saying. We about to
Right.
start kind of cooking. Just
Right.
that, and that's some of the shit that goes behind the scenes, man. To make sure you guys are polished because we've made the mistake
Right.
of allowing motherfuckers to just get up there
You know,
and not be ready.
Kicking coins and stuff, you know.
I ain't gonna talk about that. That's a part of battle rap, though.
It is though. It is.
You know what I'm
though.
saying? My
He
favorite
came
thing-
with the energy. That's why I did respect that. You know what I mean?
One of my favorite things is Geechee Gotti, man. A lot of the times in the middle of right before the battle starts, they go to flip the coin. Geechee Gotti will fuck around and catch that. Man, you's a bitch, and just start talking to that motherfucker. I'm like, he gets to go first.
cool.
You know, that's his spot. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna kick in the coin.
Do you think he just?
Why you
Ego
asking
got
me?
in front of him, man?
Why
I
are
mean,
you
what
asking me these
happened?
questions that's gonna reveal bias? Because I cannot talk about certain things. You know, so I can only paint
What was he
narratives.
tripped on? Was
I think so.
he too cocky?
I think what happens is, because I'm not gonna lie, this happens sometimes. As far as a writer goes, like I'll have my lines memorized. I feel like I'm different because I memorize my shit and I perform it nonstop. But there are times where, like, say for example, the last cipher we did, I know my lines word for word, But I said something like, I need a Madeline Madden better than average, adding my rapping stats right next to my batting average, passing up every rapper that said that I couldn't manage. I'm laughing, you capping, stacking up chips like I'm in the pantry, right? I said stacking up chips like I'm in the pantry. Fucking Soul Body's right here, and he goes, you need to chill, loud as fuck. And I go, speaking of snacks, fuck, yeah, and it just happened to throw me the fuck off. So I feel like maybe, because I forgot, he did something, and everyone sort of responded, and it threw him off.
So I will.
He went to get his water.
Damn.
Yazoo goes.
That's what I'm
"Get your ass
saying.
back
That's what
here."
it was. Yeah,
I will
something. Like
co-sign.
it was something
And then he couldn't
different.
pick it back up.
I will
Yeah.
co-sign with that thought, man, because that's exactly what happened. He started trying to, you know what I'm saying, as soon as Subsy grabbed his water, you know what I mean, he started trying to, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Then he started
Look at me,
freestyling, and
you know what I mean?
that's where if
And
you're
then-
not
exactly.
if you're not used to rebuttaling, now you split your brain into thinking about rebuttals and then also trying to remember.
And that's what
you
happened.
wrote.
Somebody talking about, oh, rebuttal shit.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, yeah, I'm
I
a
feel like-
rebuttal.
Because I seen that.
The needle's got to be in the groove on that record, and once you pop it out, it's hard to pop
Right.
it back in on the
Exactly.
I
right
like
spot.
that. I like
Exactly.
that a lot.
So that's where, like, as far as like skill wise goes, like if Yazoo came back and he did his thing and he choked, but happened to find his groove again, that would show me that he put the effort into knowing that, oh, the pressure's on when shit happens. I have to.
I would respect that.
You
That's
know,
that's
so
why I tell motherfuckers to write for reactions too. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Kind of know. And then when you don't get that reaction,
Just go.
Keep going.
Right.
You know what I mean? Fuck it. They ain't supposed to know
I
that they
just
were
seen,
supposed to react there until they react. You know
last
what I
night
mean?
I was watching.
And everybody's gonna stumble.
Yeah, last night I watched Loaded Lux and Hollow the Dawn versus Tay Rock and Chess.
Chess, let's go. That's
That
one
one
of
was-
my favorite battles of all time.
That one was wild as fuck, but that part where they were talking about spitting a loogie in his drink, and
You talking about loaded in chess or loaded in hollow?
Nah,
Or Chess and
Chess
Tay
and
Rock?
Tay, and
They were so they did amazing, but they were stumbling.
They
all through
were.
that shit. They had to keep going.
that
back
was
and-
so that was the thing was like whenever Chess had said his line, he said like, oh, spitting it whatever he's drinking, and he was like, I eat his food or whatever the fuck, and he was about to continue his line, but Hollow put out his water
handed
bottle,
it to him.
and when he turned around, he said, out, and grabbed the bottle, and it threw him off.
You funny. You funny.
Yeah, and everybody was like, whoa, but it's like simple shit like that is like to throw off people's rhythm, like, well. But the fact that he was able to catch it shows that he's a high level
But that's
performer.
That's
you know
one
what
thing
I
I
mean?
want to speak on too, man. A lot of people don't think about it. Soul Body brought this to my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's not your verse or it's not your round, you know what I'm saying, your turn to go, you're still performing.
Right.
Like there's certain things you're supposed to be doing
Right.
because it is a battle.
It
It
is.
is a war. So as you know what I'm saying, Gavin spitting his bars, you know what I mean, I'm gonna turn my back on him.
Right.
Man, get out of here. You know what I mean? Shit, I'm not gonna talk to you around.
Right.
Because I
Not
feel
sure, but
But you know what I'm saying? You still
Yeah.
performing.
React.
You
It's
know what
like
I mean?
beer pong. You know, whenever someone's
Yeah.
about to shoot, good job, bro. What you right there?
100%.
Right there. You know what I mean?
All day, just don't touch.
But as long as you're not touching the
You
ball,
want
as long
the
as you're not
track on your
smacking their
time,
shit,
so-
exactly. So it's like in that same way, like being able to throw them off via energy, you know, movements, gestures.
And if they fuck up because of that,
That's
they
fair
wasn't
game.
ready.
That's it.
They were not
Simple
ready.
as that.
You gotta
You know what I
prepare
mean?
harder.
Yeah.
You gotta be ready.
Because that's what I'm
You know
even
what I'm
taking
saying?
in consideration
That's
is like I'm used to performing, but the idea of the fact that I feel like this is something I've never done before and I might feel like I'm out of my element. I feel like something like the crowd reaction might be a little too loud and I'll just be like blank and I'll be like, oh fuck. But I'm not holding on to that. That's why I'm like I'm gonna get my lines
You
down
gotta
to
be
the
in the
point
moment.
where So it's like for me, what I normally do, especially for performing, because I have a tendency for like whenever shit happens on stage or live shit happens, I'll just keep going. Like sometimes my beats will cut off. I'll just keep going. That's one thing I'll see people. They'll be like, "Oh, what happened?" Like somebody caught a video. I think it was either KMJ or Jesse, and it was my song "Contraception." I was performing it. It was at Blackbird, and the beat cut off, and I kept going, and I kept going, and everybody was like, "Yeah," and then the beat cut back on time.
There you go.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? And everybody was like, yeah! And I think Keegan was like, yo, that's some high level MC shit. And it was still like, the beat didn't stop. I think it just cut out. So it was actually in time with my song.
It just dropped out.
Yeah, it was in time with my song, because if they would have played it back, it would have thrown the whole song off,
Right.
because of how where I
bars or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like the fact that the song ended the way that it did. Like I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. So shit like that, you know what I mean? Like not letting there's already a fuck ton of pressure. So one, you got to get through the pressure. Two, you got to get you have to get over the fact that you're going to be interrupted nonstop. So if you can't remember where the fuck you were, you know what I mean? I'm a big advocate for knowing it front and knowing it back. So it's like at any point you'd be like, where do you say, give me that one scheme, sift through that and be like, oh, that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? Simply because I've been in situations where I've had to learn. I love little sleight of mind tricks to like shove more shit into your head, you know what I mean, and know how to know these things and memorize them like the back of your hand, you know what I mean. So that, and I just love lyrics simply because it's like I don't know, I just like brain shit. But
I definitely feel like that's a part of the skill set you gotta have, man. Even doing stand-up comedy, there's been times where the mic will go out and you just fuck it, I'm gonna talk to them. You know what I mean? They don't know that you're fucking up
It's
a lot until you
gotta roll with the punches.
Right, until you show them that you fucking up, they ain't aware. You know what I'm saying? They just think it's a part of the show. Oh, that's cool. He chose to go a cappella here. Oh, that's cool. That stand-up comedian's not using the mic now. That's different.
Makes it a lot
You know what I
cooler.
mean?
Yeah.
That's the
As long as
same
you
with your
keep it
bars.
cool and you don't get shook. That's the most
Right.
important thing.
Just remain with that confidence. And that's a part of, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to your bars. That's why I say write for the reactions. And when you don't get the reaction, keep going. That bar wasn't over. Y'all weren't supposed to react there. You know what I mean? Don't let them know. You know what I'm saying? But
Maybe it's just me, but like when I play shit out of my head, I play it different ways. I'm like, okay, it could go this way, it could go this way, and I'll plan for both if it's something I'm planning for like that.
there's one thing I wanted to talk to you about before we get out of here, man. I don't think we've done this on the podcast
Morning
yet.
wood.
I've heard many stories, you know what I'm saying, about you know what I'm saying, the early days of Lovelace, and your alter ego rap name, not the Dragon or none of that, but
Big Mo Booyak.
talk about that, man. They don't know about that.
Jesus. Okay, so Big Mo Booyak.
It's only because he shared it with. I know his stories.
Big
You know
Mo,
what I'm saying?
I forgot about that. Big Mo Booyak isn't the original name. The original name is Big Mocha.
Okay.
Big Mocha the Toka, because I smoked a lot of weed back then. This is for you young heads. This is before marijuana was legal, so we were all smoking garbage.
Back with dime bags.
You know,
and shit.
yeah, just the shit weed. You know, yeah, you know what I mean. But my homie Ethan Rogowski, he's still a friend of mine. He's actually doing music down in Lawton, so good for him. But he gave me the name. We had created a little collective. We were kids, man. We created a little collective called the Herbsmen. And I actually wrote out tenets and qualities, like principles that we were to uphold ourselves to. You know what I mean? Things that we do, how we hold ourselves, how we hold each other accountable and shit like that. And Big Mocha the Toka was my shit. And I was like, why Big Mocha? And he goes, your skin? Okay, sure. And so it was Big Mocha for a while, and that was when I first started rapping. And I wasn't writing, I was freestyling all the time. I had more of a Snoop Dogg flow, simply because I grew up on West Coast music and shit like that. Most of my family's from the West Coast in California. We're Samoan. Yeah, we're Samoan, so like most Samoans come from, that's the first place they hit when they come to the mainland is California. You know, same like, you know, Florida is Cuban, you know what I mean? Like, it's just right off the coast. So, my flow in the beginning was like real smooth, you know what I mean? Like I was real cool with it. But then I did, what was it? I heard that, what's his name? Donald Glover had used a Wu-Tang name generator.
You mean Danny? Is it Danny?
It's Donald.
Donald is
Yeah.
Donald. Good. Childish.
Yeah, to get Childish Gambino. And I was like, oh shit, that's a real thing. So I put in my name, and what came out was Big Mo Booyak. And I was like, that shit hard as fuck. So I never actually like made music with any of these names. It was just like, you know, and at the time I was a different person. Like I was not as aware of myself or even of the world like that back then. Back then, all I gave a fuck about was getting fucked up, you know what I mean? Doing drugs and kicking people's doors in, you know what I mean? Like I was a child, I was doing dumb shit. So my content was different. So in my head, I wasn't thinking about principles. I wasn't thinking about, well, in a way I was, but it was overshadowed by the environment that I lived in and the people I was surrounded by. But Big Mo Booyak was supposed to be that killer, You know what I mean? Like, but like was still smooth with it. You know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, it was interesting. I guess you could say in a way, Big Mo Booyak is a part of the Dragon. You know what I mean? Because that was in the era where I was still living reactively, based on like my upbringing and the lifestyle that I was living. It was pretty bad. Instinctual. That's the word for it. It's very instinctual. You know what I mean? So that's wild, man. I want to bring back that Big Mo Booyak style though, because like that's why I did that little Wu-Tang freestyle on.
What you said that name in there?
Yeah, I said Big Mo Booyak is back from the casket. RoboCop,
Big Mo Booyak is back from the casket.
RoboCop chopped up with gaskets, and that was my style. My style was like that back then. Loaded with massive quotes for the masses. I got gold I stole from Damascus. Inglorious bastard, so nasty. Uppercut then upchuck the whole pantry.
It's one of my favorite flicks.
Yeah,
man.
and so what's funny is like it's so drastically different from my style now. You know, but it was like I've never actually gotten to use that style back then. So it was like I still want to utilize like
Need
some
to fuck around and make the Big Mo Booyak volumes. You know what I'm saying? Just drop them like.
Because that's what I want to do. Like for example, the Dragon Saga, like that's gonna be like 3 different pieces of just like, you know, me exploring the hatred, you know, and expressing it, and then like not just expressing it, but finding a way to like integrate it within my own work.
When you make it big, dude, and you start getting to do product endorsements and stuff, you come out with a line of mocha flavored cognac.
Big Mo Booyak, yeah, that'd be cold, bro. That'd be wild as shit, because only the ones that know.
Sponsored for With All Due Respect coming soon. Big Mo Booyak drink.
Big Mo Booyak.
Get it now.
Big Mo Booyak
We
mocha.
knocking fucking everything over, bro.
That shit gonna have us fucked up.
Facts. It's like, yeah, there's a little bit of yak and coffee in there.
Part of that code, just like the Marlboro Reds, is we gotta down a bottle every show.
Yeah, by the end of the show, all right, man, it's been great, man.
My liver hurts.
We're gonna be able some talks with this case. Lovelady's like, why are you doing this with it? Feel like this was my whole life behind this. Yeah. Man, well, I appreciate you rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Talking to us. It's good to have you back.
Yeah,
It's the first time Gavin got to sit in bed.
I feel like I'm high. Am I high?
Fucking cool, bro.
This dude been smoking blunt after
I gotta
blunt.
stop hanging out with your ass, bro.
Because I feel like I'm just sitting here the whole time like,
I done had to ask myself
I'm like,
that
I got
question
shit
a
to
couple
do
times.
today.
it's like
We got
I
a
had
whole
some
other
admin work
podcast
to
after
do.
this. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be more serious on that one.
Where are
I'm
we?
chilling.
He said, who am I?
According to you, it's the crack house.
This the crack house.
That's a skit that never came out, but you
What's
know.
up, y'all? What's up, y'all?
We're working on skits and shit, man.
I want to do skits. I love
You
skits.
need
I've
to
always
skit
wanted
with
to
us.
do. Well,
You be good.
I've always wanted to be a writer. Well, I've always been attuned to writing. It's weird because I thought music was my first love, but thinking about it, when I was really young, I was a decent writer when I was a kid. But I mean, in Samoa, it's not really that hard. Everyone's pretty dumb, you know. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, kinda. You know what I mean? Like, I won't say dumb. They're just ignorant of the fact that there's more to learn. There's more to know. You know. Eventually, like, I want to start reaching out to my own people, my own culture. But first, is like I want to get my own shit situated.
Set that foundation first.
You know what I mean? So the same way that like Dwayne Johnson is doing, you know what I mean? He's building a path to show like you don't have to be a typical Samoan. You know what I mean? Which the culture is beautiful, but the traditions are extremely dogmatic. You know what I mean? And at times very detrimental to free thinking, for sure. You know what I mean? So like I'm an advocate for free thinking, even if it's thoughts that I don't agree with. You know what I mean? It's like that everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I believe in free will. You want to believe in that shit? Sure. That sounds dumb as shit to me, but hey, like,
Whatever makes you happy.
yeah, that's you. You know, somebody told me they thought Lucifer was cast out of heaven in 1914, and I was like, He was like, it's in the Bible. I've read that bitch, and they didn't say that. They didn't say that shit at all. And it doesn't even say Lucifer was cast out of heaven, so you're all fucked up.
Do me a favor, man. Go ahead, plug up your shit.
What version
you know
of
what
the
I'm
Bible
saying?
was written after 1914 anyway?
Don't fucking know, man.
Back in 1914.
What you got coming up? You know what I mean? Where can they find your shit? All of that good
You
talk.
can find me on Instagram at LVLCDA Dragon. You can find me on all streaming platforms, Lovelace, but it's stylized LVLC. My project is out. My project is out. Each night as you sleep, I destroy the world. Fucking mouthful.
I'll put a tag.
Yeah. And
We can drop it in the description.
if
Down below.
as well as the Soul Body Cyphers, Soul Body Hip Hop Cyphers. Shout out to them. I've got a couple ciphers that are on the channel. Check that out on YouTube, as well as a lot of other phenomenal artists. Shout out to, with all due respect, Rap Battle League. Check them out if you haven't. I'm telling you, we've got some beautiful up and comers, man. People that are willing to keep going and work on the craft. You know what I mean? Shout out to Red Beard Productions, man. He really out here turning shit into movies.
Facts.
That's the quality. Look, that's the shit that I look at, and that's the shit that makes a difference. Because when you engage the senses, you know, I saw that post that you made about the difference between a cinematographer and a videographer. Videographer just captures what's in front of them, but the cinematographer creates the world. That's the drastic difference. And this man here creates that essence of the cinematic capturing of this epic lyrical battle. You know what I mean? As opposed to, you see other videos and it's just a bunch of people on their phones. You know what I mean?
I agree 100%, man. You know what I'm saying? We can speak on that real quick before we wrap up. I'll go ahead and throw my king his flowers real quick because he's my brother and shit,
Facts,
man.
bro.
Not even just in the battles, but here at home in the podcast.
Yeah.
He is the reason people are looking at our shit
bro.
now.
That's how you know.
This
It's
man
in
has
everything.
literally leveled up everything we've done,
beautiful.
even my vision as to what's possible visually.
beautiful,
You know what I'm saying? So big ups to Red Beard Productions. Big ups to you, guys.
You made me cry.
Brother, you have done this. I don't know if you recognize or
bro.
realize. Every battle we've dropped looks the way it looks because of you. You know what I'm
gorgeous.
saying?
It's gorgeous.
We're beating out indie leagues because our shit look like the
it
top
looks
notch
like the
shit. You
top
know what I'm
shit.
saying? You've created a whole, what is it? Aesthetic.
It's a new
aesthetic
I got
behind what we
emphasis
did.
on
You know
the
what I'm
ass.
saying? Like, because of you, brother. I'm
Facts.
thankful that you were part of the team. I'm
Not a
thankful
lot
for
of people
everything
could
you
do
did.
that, bro. I'm a big
You
fan.
nasty.
I'm a big fan of cinematography and just like watching the videos that y'all started putting out. I remember I told Cash, I was like, who the fuck is recording your shit, bro? Like, I was like, that's cold as fuck. And he brought you up, and I was like, that's wild as shit. And so, like,
It all started off of
it's an honor to
About, what,
recording a set.
2,000 videos in.
Yeah, we cooking. I need to start
podcasts
dropping
in
the
now,
episode
and
numbers.
It's fun to go back and watch
the process.
And there's
That's
definitely been
beautiful.
progression, man. We out here, we killing it.
Every time.
You
Getting better.
beautiful. You doing your thing, man.
Making us beautiful
I'm
and
very
shit.
thankful, brother. It wouldn't be the same without you.
Fun environment, lets me thrive.
Yeah, and you get to work on a craft. I think that's what I noticed is the fact that we all just left and we were like, let him do his thing. That right there, like, already tells me like,
Yeah, no, this is his
yeah,
environment
this
right
is-
here. He
That's
builds
that's
this.
how you know it's like the same shit. Like when people were like, when I'm working on music, they're like, leave him alone, he's writing. You know, leave him alone, he's working on music. So that's how you know, like, you incorporate it. And you know, if you follow him like on Facebook, like you watch the things that he posts about, he's
studies.
passionate. He's passionate about his craft. He talks about the differences and constantly putting out like facts. Like he's not just being like, hey, check this thing out that I did. He's like, here's what I did, why I did it, how I did it, and why it looks
Have
different.
you been
from
catching
other
those?
things.
You know what I'm saying? What are we calling it?
Breakdown.
Little breakdown videos he's
I've
been doing
not.
for the battles and
I've been
shit?
wanting to,
and the podcast.
I've been wanting to. The issue is that I'm thoroughly mentally, emotionally invested in other things, and when I watch his shit, because I know he's an artist, I'm gonna be pulled to be like, I want to look into that and see how I could do that too, because I love cinematography and editing and all that good shit. So to me, eventually I want to branch into that, but right now music is my main focus.
Most
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
So
you know.
you're saying I'm making it too interesting. You can't get in. You can't
Yeah,
let yourself
I
get
can't.
drawn into that.
I can't,
You're
cause
so
I'm
good. You make it
Suck
I'm a
into
lover.
the gravity of that
Yeah.
amazing fucking.
I'm gonna.
Y'all can catch those breakdown videos on the YouTube as well.
BTS.
Plug up the rest of his shit so we get the fuck out of here. I got another podcast.
I think that's all.
I ain't gonna lie.
I think that's all I got.
I got a sober hood.
Facebook.
Ciphers.
Oh yeah, wherever you put out the ciphers. Yeah, follow them on YouTube so that way you can get updated. On Facebook, LVLC. or at Lovelace the Dragon, LVLC DA Dragon. You can catch me on TikTok. I mean, I'm trying to work my way up on TikTok. I put random freestyles, shit that I'm working on there. Same thing at LVLC DA Dragon. It's the same goddamn thing. I think that's all. Yeah.
Gavin, what do we got?
Like, comment, subscribe. We don't got a TikTok yet. When are we gonna get on that TikTok?
We got it with all due respect, RBL
We were
TikTok.
just a couple away from 200 subscribers.
On
Oh,
the
shit.
TikTok?
On YouTube, we were at like 196,
Oh, yeah, we right up the block from that.
197,
Yup.
something like that, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, with all due respect, RBL, March 19th, set the standard. It's finna be crazy. Trey Boogie versus Beans Corleone. Dewan Dupree versus Lineage.
Boy. Dewan nasty, boy.
Everybody else, I don't remember right now. This
Excedrin.
motherfucker been smoking too much weed.
Blame it on me.
Stay tuned, man. It's finna be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the motherfucking YouTube. Share it with your mom. You know what I mean? Share it with Lovelace mom.
She'll love that.
Share it with everybody.
She'll be like, look at
Everybody
you.
but Greg. You know to keep Greg out of it.
Shout out DJ Corrosion. That's his real name. So don't share it with him.
Don't share with Greg.
Don't share it with Greg.
Why?
Shout out to DJ Corrosion. That's my
He's, no,
guy.
I was watching
Is it right here? Where is it at?
episode
Right
and
there.
I said something
DJ
stupid like,
Corrosion.
you know, I don't know. It's a nonsense thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the With All Due Respect podcast. It's been hella weed in this bitch. I'm your host, King Castro X.
From the new studio.
We express our, what do I say? This is where we express our truest thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And for those of you who don't like it, with all due respect, fuck you. And we out. Book.
Fuck you, nigga. I'm about to lasso Castro the asshole, turn him into mincemeat for ramen casserole. Beat it to a thick booty bad bitch. She'll fucking kill me if I try to feed her cabbage. Pussy fried.